All right. As part of this new garlic marketing series slash show, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be doing solo episodes, but I'm going to be talking about some of our systems. This one, we're going to talk about the immense opportunities in YouTube for $100,000 client businesses. What does that mean? If you have clients and patients that range up to $100,000, anywhere from $10,000 up to $100,000, and even beyond, this system is helped lots of my clients get there. And in this series and throughout these videos and on the podcast, I'm going to talk about what I see working, the opportunities that I see happening, the mistakes I'm seeing happening on YouTube, especially YouTube for larger businesses, because it is a different mindset. And the way I'm going to be doing this is a little bit different. So I love Lucid Chart. So you'll see a bunch of these charts. You'll see here, I will be using these a lot. So it went really small, and I'm not going to be heavily editing these videos, so I apologize for that, but I'll be going through the latest concepts I have, what's working right now, our current systems, and what I'm going to be doing to change our systems around. Just full open exposure. And we're going to talk about, in this video, the immense opportunities. But then going forward, I'm going to go through our system, the difference between looking at how to attract what I call BMB clients, bring me the best, the bomb clients. So I'm going to talk about the content chasm over this next series, influencer versus YouTube high value clients, the difference in thinking about it this way, because there's a huge difference between trying to get a ton of traffic and trying to land $100,000 clients through YouTube. It is not the same. And I see a lot of people teaching stuff that I think is bad for these types of businesses. And what types of businesses am I talking about? I'm talking about lawyers or doctors, professional service businesses, marketing agencies that are targeting professionals, targeting C-suite people. Because those people think different and they look different, and they're looking at your YouTube channel different. They're looking at your presence different, right? So I want to talk about all of this and then I'll also talk about how they really decide. We'll talk about the decision-making patterns in here versus how you think they decide. I'm going to go through YouTube SEO, what we're doing right now in YouTube SEO, the checklists, and how to do that. And each of these things you'll learn. And over the next series, I'm going to talk about just the overall process that we use to create amazing YouTube videos that land $100,000 clients for years. For years. We've been doing this for a long time. And I'm paying attention a lot to what's going on in YouTube, obviously, and looking at guys like Mr. Beast, to people getting millions of subscribers, to people like Qasim, who's been on from Solutions 8 and Garlic Marketing Show guest, or Bad Rhino, Qasim has thousands of subscribers. Marty has 100 subscribers. They're landing 100,000 plus clients. But I'm seeing this in law firms. I'm seeing this in doctors and dentists. And there is a big difference, and we'll talk about that a lot when we get to the content chasm, of how you're thinking about your YouTube channel and the content that goes in there and how you're designing it. I'm going to talk about our YouTube first strategy, how I'm thinking about YouTube is different, and now you should be using it as a website, and the big opportunities, as well as how to think about YouTube in a different way, because it is so different than every other platform out there. And I'm going to talk about why I'm all in on YouTube. But let's talk first about today, the big opportunities I see in YouTube for those of you that are landing $100,000 plus clients. It's a huge opportunity, and they're just everywhere along the funnel. There's huge opportunities. So let's talk a little bit real quick about let's by the stats. So we'll go down to here. You're moving over to here. So obviously, if you're listening to this, you can still listen to it and go to the YouTube channel. Now, if you do want these slides, if you do want any of the information, just comment below on the YouTube channel. We won't be checking the comments on the podcast. So come on over to the YouTube channel. And you can, if you're not on my email list, you can just go to irongarlic.com, join the email list there, and you'll get all this stuff as well. So let's just talk about the stats here. YouTube is the number 2 biggest search engine. I think that Google is used more, right? There's more searches done on YouTube, on Google, because we just do these quick little searches. But if you think about $100,000 client businesses, the people that are on YouTube are going to solve a lot of big problems, not just where I'm going to dinner, right? They're asking for actual advice. And this is a huge opportunity for you because they're going there to learn things. So when we look at this and think about it as the number 2 most used search engine, it's more than that, right? It's and we'll talk about that more. It's more than just your usual search engine. Because it's also, the answers are inside of it, right? I'm not clicking through 20 different websites and coming back and refining my search. I'm watching a video. When total time on the search engine, I think is just exponentially more. I don't know the exact stats, but we know that has more video views than Netflix, total view time, right? And that's just amazing. And thinking about all the time you spend on Netflix, and people are being entertained. And that's an important thing to think about with anyone, but how you entertain them will be different. We'll be talking about that in the future. It's used by all age groups, right? People will make fun of people on Facebook. People make fun of people on TikTok, right? Right now, LinkedIn is a different group. Every group, and not just every age group, but every type of person is on YouTube in some way, shape, or form. And the fastest growing age group right now is Gen X. Really, when you think about people that are going to spend $100,000 plus with you, it will be the Gen X right now. It will be those, because they're coming up, they're the C-suite, late 40s, early 50s. They have owned very profitable businesses. They are experts. And also, here's another thing. As we get into the BMB clients, they've now gotten to the point, a lot of these people, that they are willing to pay for information. They're willing to pay for speed. They're paying for expertise. It's a big thing when we get into mindset to think about. And who do you know that's not on YouTube some way, shape, or form? It's absolutely everyone's on there. And average view time is 2 minutes. This doesn't seem like a lot. But how long do you watch a TikTok video for? A few seconds. Your average time on your website, on a B2B website, we control hundreds of them, is less than 2 minutes. I'm letting that sink in, because if they watch 2 or 3 or 4 of your videos on YouTube, which they're going to be much more comfortable as we talk more about the YouTube mindset, if they spend that time on your YouTube channel versus your website versus Facebook page, which they might scroll through your Facebook page really fast, you get to be in front of them for 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes. I've had a few guests on the Garlic Marketing Show who talk about like this magic 7-minute number. If someone watches you for 7 minutes, we trigger something called the mere exposure effect or the Oprah effect. So you're getting more than just them being on your website. You're getting in front of these people. And that's what I hear from my clients all of the time, is that when people walk through the door, I feel like they already know me already. They come in pre-sold. And that's the magic of this. And I'm coming through with this because I've tested a lot of the other stuff out. And it brings in traffic. But the way we're going to do it here is what's going to lead to the bigger clients when you think about this in a different way. So let's talk a little bit about platform opportunities. YouTube is the only one of these, right? The only one of these channels that we talk about. Facebook, generally a mobile. TikTok, 100%, probably 99.9% of people don't even know TikTok has a desktop app now. YouTube is on desktop. People are using it actively on desktop, right? But they are using it on mobile too, right? And they are using it very often on mobile. So it is a different experience. And you have to think about both those experiences. A lot of times when people encounter you first on mobile and then onto the desktop. But those two platforms, right? You get both of those in most social media. The big difference is this one, TV. What other platform? Amazon Prime is the only other of these platforms that are social media that you can get on easily that are on people's home TVs. Does it mean your videos are going to be on there? It can be. Maybe they'll watch it. So it's funny because we talk about age platforms used by all age groups down here. I was with some family the other day, and all of a sudden the kids are putting on my videos and making fun of me. But my videos were on the TV. And these are 8, 9, 10-year-olds. Not my ideal audience, but there's other people around. Even if your kids are watching YouTube or your prospects' kids are watching YouTube, there's a chance that your videos are going to show up there. Now, here's the biggest different platform. You can get discovered. TikTok, you can get discovered. LinkedIn, nah. Facebook, almost no way without ads. And then high intent SEO, search engine optimization. People are going there to learn, not just to answer one question. They're going there to learn. And this is so important because high intent means that if you answer the right questions, they're much more likely to work with you. So we've got high intent SEO. And then, let's see here. Where's my little mouse bar? There we go. You got high ROI. Why? I think that you've got the highest ROI on any platform at all. Why does YouTube have the highest ROI of any platform? Because of the longevity of it. You put stuff on Facebook, it's gone in a few days. LinkedIn, you might get a week out of it. TikTok, there's a chance you're going to get some time out of it. Instagram Reels, there's a chance you're going to get some time out of it. Instagram posts, no way. Instagram stories, no way. YouTube Shorts, I'm seeing YouTube Shorts that are a year old. I have clients that are making money off of videos made 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, right? Think about that return on investment. And on top of it, unlike almost any other platform, you are building on your investment. What does that mean? Over time, and the more connected your videos are, which you can't connect any other videos, right? Where else can you connect your videos easily? Nowhere else. And like I said, it has a lasting ROI. So you improve by adding more videos. They improve over time. Yes, you get subscribers, you get more authority. So you get that intent, but you have a lasting ROI. And it will last for a long time if you do the videos the right way, which we'll get into. We'll get into exactly how we're structuring videos and thinking videos down the road. But lasting ROI, I don't see anything better than that. Even if you're not getting, we'll talk about, even if you're just closing more of your current traffic through all these new ways that you're doing it, you will have a lasting ROI. And you get the time on site, right? If the average view is 2 minutes, people are spending 47 minutes a day on YouTube, right? 47 minutes a day on average on YouTube. They're using it for podcast players. I hear from people talking all the time about using it as podcast players. They'll place, you might be listening to this podcast right now, just have it on the background. You go there, I watch all sorts of other videos. I watch other breakdown videos. I watch ukulele stuff. I watch cooking stuff. I spend so much time on there. And guess what? Then I'm comfortable there. So when I go to look at your stuff and I look at all my friends' stuff, I learn so much stuff on there, get educated on there. I will spend the time on there because I'm comfortable. I know how it works. So we spend more time on YouTube than any other website. And then it's also just all these factors. I'm telling you this not to just sell you on YouTube. I want to shift how you're thinking about YouTube. Because I think this is so important because the opportunity is huge and the right people will talk about it. So let's talk a little bit about YouTube mindset. It is the only learning, entertained, long form, right? People go there to learn and educate themselves. They go there to be entertained. And they go there to spend time being entertained. Netflix a little bit, but there's no intent. Masterclass, there's some intent, but it's more entertainment. Oh, I want to play basketball like Steph Curry. I don't think that's going to happen anymore. Or I want to play the ukulele like Jake Shimabukuro, which if I've never watched him, it's absolutely amazing. Like I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about him. I saw him in concert, absolutely amazing. I'm never going to play that way. Right? But I can go find other people. I can encounter other people that can show me how I can play. And this isn't the same thing, but when it comes to running your business, there's amazing videos on there. When it comes to encountering a business, I love when I can encounter a business without having spent hours with them during the workday, right? So I'm learning about them. I want to be entertained by them. And I'm willing to spend time on there because I am used to 2, 3, 5, 7-minute YouTube videos. I can click through them with the chapters. I can figure out what I want to see. I can listen to them at 2 times speed, which I do all the time. Just yesterday, we're working with a new platform. I was watching video after video, right? All the people on there that are educating me now are becoming the authority to me. So they were entertaining me, educating me. I spent time on there. All these things we're going to talk about are being triggered. This, I think, is a huge thing, is private likes. Why is private so important? Because you don't want, in Instagram, you can see what other people like, right? It shows you. Facebook, if your friends liked it, which that social piece is there. But if we're in business, if you're in business, and I don't think the $100,000 clients are liking as much stuff, but there's problems that they have, that they want to like the video, save the video, keep the video to educate them later on. I do this all the time. I have so many playlists I go through. And when I just know that if I like it and save it, I can find it really quickly. So private likes are so important, especially if you're in a business that you either people don't want to share it. I was talking to an IT company the other day. They don't want to share who they're working with or looking at. They don't want everyone to know their business. They don't want them to know what they're learning. Maybe you don't want people to know you're thinking about a YouTube strategy. So I think this is absolutely crucial. And then the part of the YouTube mindset is TV again. We're closely getting there. We're closely merging there with TV and YouTube. It's so easy to just throw stuff on from your phone. Just yesterday I was sharing it. We were watching, my friend Jeremy told me about the Tom Brady video. I looked it up for my son who loves football. Boom, share it. When I share it, guess what? I'm looking at the YouTube video. And I'm seeing some of the other stuff I was looking at. I'm like, oh yeah, I got to watch that video. Oh yeah, I got to watch that video. Oh yeah, there's a service I want. There's a couple services I want right now for our home that I'm doing research on. And it reminds me. And I see them over and over again. Familiar, not family. Right? You're familiar with the people on there, but you're not getting your family right in your face, which sometimes is good. Love seeing my friends. I know we all talk about it, but then we get frustrated with our friends. We get frustrated with the people in our family and what they're posting and their political views. And with this also, you only get the politics you want. So YouTube's a much more comfortable place, and Google's done a great job with keeping it that way. I think that's absolutely important. And so that's an important piece to think about with YouTube. People are also using it as an audio player a lot. It is becoming one of the fastest podcast platforms because of all the searchability, because of the familiarity. So it's a platform we're spending more time. We're mixing what people want and what they need. Entertain, educate. And we're like, hey, you should really watch this video on weight loss. But while we're here, let me show you these awesome recipes. And I think this, when we talk to your ideal clients, where they are in their business, the $100,000 clients are still on there being entertained and educated. And once they've encountered you, they're watching that recipe video, and then they see your business over there on the side. Remind you that, hey, I watched this. I should watch this, and this is what I need to be watching right now. And I can quickly click on it. I'm in the mood now. I'll click on it. And now we've set that, but without interrupting them, because we know it's something that they've wanted. I think that's a big concept. And the TikTok ick. I've talked to so many people that I know that are high achievers, own big businesses, spend $100,000 on services all the time. They're still on TikTok, and they're embarrassed about it, right? They love it. They're addicted to it. It's fun. TikTok, you can learn some stuff, discover some stuff, but you can all of a sudden go down that TikTok, I'll be on there for 20 minutes. The algorithm's amazing. And you feel icky about it. You can be on there, but also then there's some stuff educating you, right? There's some good stuff on there, some not so clickbaity educational stuff. And we've encountered that person that I can go back and watch. Hey, let me watch 20 minutes right now. I'm learning some interesting stuff that we'll talk about down the road on app building and stuff. And I'll watch some of the shorts and then get into the bigger videos, reminding me, hey, I want to watch that instead of watching my Star Wars videos or my recipes. Leads. This is huge opportunity here. When you think about leads, you can have tons of search-driven leads. People are looking for answers to their problems on the second most used search engine. What problems is a big thing that we'll talk about later on, because in the content chasm, I think there's so many people speaking to the wrong problem for the leads. But you can show up. This is where case stories are really powerful, because if people have a very specific problem, you can optimize for the problem talked about in that case story. And because it's a story, it'll rank higher. We'll talk about ranking factors later too. And it'll show up. So your customer's now showing up in search, talking about having the same problem and what they tried to do and telling their story. And it's not even about you. That's, if you haven't read the case story book, you can go to testimonialbook.com, get the book. But it is so important to think about YouTube and search, because there's so many problems that you solve that very few people are optimizing for. If you have $100,000 clients, they have multiple issues that are very specific that you solve for. And also, at the same time, you can get discovered by those same people, because if they're looking for that answer, and maybe you're not optimized really well, YouTube will suggest those videos in that category down on the side for you. So now that they're going down that rabbit hole of education, other stuff is suggested. There's no suggestion at all on Google. TikTok will show related videos, but it's all over the place, right? You can get discovered at that moment of search. Folks, this is crazy powerful. And then also, at the same time, it's a low commitment call to action. A lot of people don't even want to give their email address. No one likes Facebook pages anymore for the same reason. There's no private likes. You can massively increase quality too. You know what? I'm going to go back to low commitment CTA. How many things do you subscribe to? And I think the $100,000 clients are not going to subscribe to a lot of stuff. That's why you don't get a lot of subscribers. But it is easy. And really, I can almost guarantee you, your pool of $100,000 clients is very small. So even if you get all of them, maybe you get 1,000 subscribers of these perfect clients. If you're doing this right, you don't need many more than that. All right, it's $100,000. That's $10 million worth of business if you had converted them all. We can go into the conversion factors and all that stuff, but low commitment CTAs, low commitment to add to a playlist. I think people are getting more incorporating playlists into their use. Low commitments to share it. It is just very low, and to save it too. It's just easy for them. Massive increase in lead quality. It's interesting. I'm doing these videos. This is the first time I'm doing these. I'll give full transparency. I did a little practice. I've used Lucidchart for 10 years. Love it. But sharing it, you can see a little bit of lag. I apologize for that. Massively increasing lead quality. The number one thing I hear from all of our clients, if they watch my YouTube channel, they come in pre-sold. They come in ready to work with me. Not only is your lead quality better, meaning that they close faster, they're willing to spend more, but they're willing to do the work more often. They're willing because they believe in what you're doing. So they'll stick through it more often. And this, I think, is across any industry, because the more educated your client, that you educated them, not someone else, the better their results are going to be. The more they understand the process. And this includes $100,000 clients. $100,000 clients are well-educated people, and they value education. And you get a chance to be the right education for them. Most fall short. And this is a huge YouTube opportunity, because most people are not doing the things that we're going to talk about. There's a lot of work in here. It is a huge opportunity, but then when you have a 10-year ROI, none of the other social media you're doing has a 10-year ROI. You can resend an email 3 or 4 times a year, but it's not going to sit there for 10 years. The email might have a few months. I just had a client who got an email. It's 2 weeks later, the guy's responding to the email. But your YouTube videos, they can find them and search them again. So we'll go into sales real quick. I know we've been talking for a little while, but the YouTube opportunity is huge here. Outbound. Send your YouTube videos in an outbound performance. Hey, do you have this problem? You want to see someone who had the same problem and how they solved it? Send the YouTube video. Everyone's on YouTube. People are more likely also for that YouTube video, when you email it, for it to show up in your email. Now they're in your cycle. And if you've built out a really robust YouTube channel, they'll spend some time there. A lot of people won't click through a link to your website. Just feel like you're going to sell them something. YouTube's familiar. You see a YouTube link, you're willing to click on it. Follow-up, folks. Man, fortune's in the follow-up, right? Send up process videos, FAQs, how this is going to work, more case stories, all coming back to your YouTube channel. The more you drive people to YouTube channel is one of the factors of your YouTube channel strength. But also then YouTube will naturally follow up for you. All those factors that we talked about before. And this is one of the very, very interesting things that I think we'll talk close faster first. When you have a robust YouTube channel, they can encounter all of their questions in a platform that's they're used to using. It's video. They can listen to it while they're driving if they want. They can have it playing on the side. They can get their answers and they can get a feel for you. So they're going to close faster. And just videos on your proposals, we've talked about this tons of time, close 32% faster. Your case stories showing up everywhere. YouTube retargeting, you're going to close faster. You're going to close massively faster. Using YouTube in your sales process. We talked about Dot & Co a lot of times. Sending out case stories ahead of time. They're closing faster because people come on ready to talk to you. They've encountered your business at their speed. Because so often, if you have a $100,000 client, you have a complex sale. If you're trying to sell everything, all the education at once, they're only remembering one or two things when you're talking to them. This allows them to talk to you on a easier basis. Plus, now that I think about this, if you're an introvert like me, I know people don't think I'm an introvert because I do all these videos, whatever. I'm very introverted. Encountering someone drains me. Not in a bad way. It just takes a lot of my energy. I'm paying attention to them. I'm highly empathic, so I get a feel for what's going on. I get a feel for them. That's why we're good at case stories. When someone, like if someone gives me a sales pitch, I remember just a few moments of it, even if I want that thing. So this will allow people, especially introverts, to encounter your business in a different way and in different speed, because there's a human element without there being a human on the other side that I have to pay attention to. This one, I think, is one I'm seeing as the big opportunity, is selling to all stakeholders. Why? Selling to all stakeholders means you get on a call with someone, a $100,000 client. There's more people in that decision-making process than just you, or just the person on the other side. You're selling to all stakeholders. So I think that you need to understand this because you have different groups, right? If you are selling to a SaaS company, you might be talking to their CIO, all right? But their CIO is talking to their CEO. They're talking to their CMO. If you're a digital agency, they're talking to an assistant. They're talking to anyone that's helping implement it. There's teams of people that might go to your homepage, but if they go to your YouTube page, they can quickly see all the different things that you can answers for them. And this is where case stories come in really powerfully, because you can have different elements of the people and different shorts and have all those types of people in your case story. You know what? If it's a family business, they have the one person who's probably selling to the head of the family business, right? You're probably talking to someone that's not quite the head. Maybe you are, but the bigger the business, the less you're talking to the direct decision maker. So it makes you able to sell to them, see your videos. I hear this all the time. The people I've never met before. And I get on these calls and it's happened recently, where people are like, oh yeah, I want to talk to them. People want to talk to me because of my videos. Like rest of the stakeholders. But even if they don't talk to me, you are selling to them because you're answering their questions. You're showing their case stories. You're showing their process. They're getting a feel for why you're different. You're answering their FAQs. So that's where I'm going to finish for today. But tomorrow, in the next video, we'll go into profits, conversion, community, OPAs, other people's audiences, and authority. Why those are huge opportunities, how to take advantage of them. I'm going to probably add a few more things to the conversion one. But once again, if this is interesting to you, make sure you subscribe. You'll get all the videos. If you want any of these other things, if you're watching this on YouTube, just comment below and we'll send you over access to these charts. If you're not on YouTube and you're on the podcast, get over to the YouTube channel and make sure to get on the YouTube channel and comment, because you'll see everything that we were talking about. And if you have any questions at all, please put in the comments. If you have any thoughts, if you want me to clarify anything better, that's why I'm just going out there and talking about all the ways I'm thinking about this right now. Thank you all for taking me on your journey. This has been Iron Garlic and this interesting, different edition of the Garlic Marketing Show.